The old Victorian house stood stoic against the backdrop of the quaint town, its windows casting elongated shadows on the overgrown garden. Emily had inherited the house from her late grandmother and decided to move in, relishing in the solitude it promised. But as days turned into weeks, a sense of unease crept into her heart. It started with small things: a book left open on the coffee table, the faint scent of perfume lingering in the air. Emily brushed it off as forgetfulness, attributing it to the stress of settling into a new home. Yet, the nagging feeling persisted, growing with each passing day. One evening, as she sat in the dimly lit living room, a sense of foreboding washed over her. The TV flickered to life, emitting a low hum that seemed to echo through the empty house. Emily furrowed her brow, puzzled by the sudden intrusion. She never watched that channel. It was an old documentary about mysteries of the unknown. A chill ran down her spine, but she quickly dismissed it as a glitch in the system. As nights turned restless, Emily found herself waking up to doors slightly ajar, as if beckoning her to discover their secrets. She would find food missing from the fridge, her pantry raided by unseen hands. The sense of intrusion weighed heavily upon her, like an invisible presence lurking within the walls of her sanctuary. One fateful night, Emily woke up to the sound of creaking floorboards. The darkness enveloped her, thick and suffocating, heart pounding in her chest. She strained her ears to discern the source of the disturbance. And then she saw it. The basement door slowly closing on its own, as if pushed by an invisible force. Fear gripped her, icy tendrils creeping up her spine. Every instinct in her screamed to run, to flee from the unknown entity that now lurked within her home. But something held her back, a curiosity mixed with dread that rooted her feet to the ground. With trembling hands, Emily crept towards the basement door, the ancient with groaning in protest with each step she took. She reached out to touch the door, the chill of the surface sending shivers down her spine. And then, with a deep breath, she pushed it open. The basement unfurled before her like a twisted nightmare, a labyrinth of shadows and whispers that seemed to beckon her in. The air was thick with the scent of decay, a sharp contrast to the pristine exterior of the house above. As Emily descended the creaking stairs, a sense of peril clung to her like a second skin. In the heart of the basement, she found a room shrouded in darkness, its walls adorned with strange symbols that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. A flickering candle cast eerie shadows upon the floor, illuminating a figure huddled in the corner. As Emily approached, the figure stirred, its eyes gleaming with a malevolent light. It spoke in a voice that sent chills down her spine, a voice that seemed to echo from the depths of the underworld. "You have awakened me, Emily. I have been waiting for you." Terror gripped her heart as she realized the truth. She was not alone in the house. An ancient presence had laid claim to her sanctuary, weaving its web of deceit and possession around her unsuspecting soul. But in that moment of peril, a spark of defiance ignited within Emily's heart. With a resolve born of desperation, she faced the entity head-on, eyes blazing with a newfound courage. "You have no power over me," she declared, her voice ringing with a strength she never knew she possessed. The entity recoiled, its form flickering like a dying flame. With a final gasp, it dissipated into the shadows, leaving Emily standing alone in the darkness. And in that moment of triumph, she realized that she was stronger than she ever knew. The master of her own destiny, the guardian of her own home. As dawn broke over the horizon, washing the house in a warm embrace of light, Emily stood at the threshold of her newfound freedom. The house felt different now, cleansed of the malevolent presence that had once haunted its halls. And as she looked out at the world beyond, a sense of peace settled within her soul. From that day onwards, Emily lived in harmony with the house. The memories of the ordeal a distant echo in her mind. The townspeople whispered of the old Victorian house, of the mysterious events that had unfolded within its walls. But to Emily, it was more than just a house. It was a testament to her strength, a sanctuary reclaimed from the shadows of the past. And as she walked through the garden, the sun warming her skin, she knew that she was truly home at last. A survivor of the darkness, a beacon of light in a world filled with mysteries yet to be unveiled.